From the heart of the university, an audio gift to the city. This is Siren 107.3 FM.
Indeed it is, and well, another week has passed and we're back here on the American Dream Team. With you from now 5 o'clock, or just gone 5 o'clock until 7, the drive time shift. In the studio this evening, returning, we have Chloe Baker.
Hello.
Welcome. Twice in, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
You must be doing something right to get people back. We also have, of course, Ben Steele.
Hello.
Our sports and social media, Twitter
That guy.
extraordinaire. I don't know.
Okay, extraordinaire.
Yeah, take that. Back, of course, for the quiz this week.
Yeah, hoping to keep going after last week with our... Was it Super Bowl we were describing it as?
Yes, back for the second
Well,
quarter.
you
of
beat me, so...
I did. So we've stopped the Super Bowl analogy, haven't we?
We've got to... Oh, yeah. Shush, Super Bowl analogy is still going.
Okay.
I'm still the Saints.
Yes, the second quarter of the big quiz.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Lovely commitment to the act.
And, of course, as you've heard, Emily Brown, welcome back.
Hello.
Our co-host. And a welcome back, indeed, for Jodie Orton, who's been away for the last 2 weeks.
I have, yes, I am back.
So,
I am back.
Joining the crew.
the original American Dream Team is back together again.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Kind of exciting.
Kind
And
of. Near enough. Well, yeah.
You don't count, though. I'm teasing.
On tonight's show, we will, of course, have the latest news and sports news. We will be discussing the life and times of Whitney Houston. And if you didn't know, she passed away on Saturday, although
Sadly.
I'm not sure what channels you may have been watching not to have found that out.
You
So
sort of been living under a rock.
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
possibly
Yeah.
imagine.
I think anyone with the Twitter, was literally within minutes of it being
Yes.
announced,
Yeah,
everybody
about
knew.
2 o'clock Saturday morning.
Yeah. Oh, I was online.
I think
so
every trend was about her, wasn't it?
I think all the top 10
Everything.
worldwide trends
Yeah.
at one point were
And
all...
Aaron Ramsey,
Of course.
who has allegedly... He scores and celebrities die.
Yeah. This is an Arsenal footballer, by the way, for those who
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, because I had no idea.
Yeah.
But when he gets on the score sheet for Arsenal, a celebrity or big
Yeah.
public
That's
name
terrible.
dies.
He's scored 4 times and then the day after, Osama bin Laden, Steve Jobs, Muammar Gaddafi and Whitney Houston have all died the day after.
That's terrible.
So really,
should
he
please
just
stop
needs
playing.
to retire.
Yeah, he just needs to stop playing.
Yeah.
I don't want any more superstars dying yet.
We will be talking to Jodie about her trip to New York, where she met Jessica Latshaw, a friend of the American Dream Team. Very much a friend of the American
Good
Dream
friend.
Team.
The
Very
American
good
Dream
friend.
Team.
Yes.
What else? We will have the Random American Quiz of the Week, as we said, with Ben and Emily. And later on, towards the end of the show, we'll be talking to Stephanie from Bunac, who will be talking to us about her work and travel in America, because Bunac are doing a presentation here next week in the university as well, so that ties nicely in. If you want to get involved in tonight's show, you can do so. You can go on our Facebook page and post some comments and some thoughts. You can also tweet us, Ben, at
Siren ADT 107. I'll be doing my best to
Live
keep you
tweet the
informed.
show.
Live tweet
Live
the
tweet the show. We'll do the quiz, etc. I'll probably pose the questions if we can.
And we've moved into a new medium.
New medium. We now have a YouTube page, which I'm going to try and keep as updated as possible. Every Wednesday, hopefully, that should be updated, of all the show from today in about 5 parts, as much as YouTube will let me, with some nice pictures to go along with it. You know, nothing too fancy, but just a different way of listening to the show, and so we can get it up as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
Very good.
See, I was very excited when I came back from the States and I found out that we had a YouTube page.
I
It's
know.
like, maybe I should go to the States more often. I'm
Things get
seeing a
done.
link here between, me and this footballing guy.
But I'll put all the links up on our usual Tumblr page, which is theamericandreamteam.tumblr.com. So I'll try and pop all the links up there. So if you want to head over there, if you can't find us on YouTube, then hopefully the links will be up ASAP.
Fantastic. And, of course, mentioning YouTube, Ben Steele reliably informs us that as part of our, as we move into YouTube, today is, in fact, YouTube's 7th birthday.
It is.
Is that correct?
Apparently so, yes.
And we don't want to say too much, though, because apparently one of Ben's quiz questions is connected
It
to
is,
Ah.
it is.
Imagine the
Right.
world
YouTube's birth.
without YouTube. Just imagine it for a second.
Yeah.
We'd have
Well,
no
there
cats.
was.
What would I do
It
in my
was-
free
I
time?
don't know what I would do. What did I do with my time before YouTube, honestly?
Well, it
Here's
was only
some-
7 years ago.
Well,
I
here's
know.
something pretty scary. Imagine the world without the internet. I did
Don't.
live through it for many, many
No,
years
no,
without
that
even
didn't happen. The internet's
mobile
always
phones.
been here. The
Actually,
internet's
that
always-
actually gives me some fear. What would I be doing?
I don't know what I did with myself
I'd have
before
to,
then.
I might
do
actually
my
read
uni work.
books. Yeah.
And like write my
Uni
dissertation
work,
and
read
things.
books, useful things with my time, maybe.
Take up a sport.
In fact, that's quite a good link into one of our new features that we're going to be having, which is a kind of literary section to do with books. Those nice people over at Waterstones in Lincoln have lent us some books,
Fantastic.
which we shall be reviewing. So probably around the 28th of February.
Awesome. I'll do my best to read them and participate.
And to reciprocate, I believe they're going to be promoting our show as well. So
They will be.
You never know. You might
we'll
walk
be
into
having a display
Waterstones.
in Waterstones in the Cornhill in Lincoln.
You may see our faces in a little board in the corner of Waterstones.
What more could you really
I mean, our
want?
fame is just spreading across the city.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'd best move on to the latest news.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, we've already mentioned that American singer and actress Whitney Houston has died at the age of 48. She was found in a hotel room in Los Angeles on Saturday night, just one night before the Grammy Awards. And fans and fellow musicians from around the world have reacted with sadness. We're not going to go any more into that because we'll be talking about that after a sort of a special, I don't know, around 10-15 minutes' time. So our other news stories, Mitt Romney has narrowly won the primary caucuses in Maine in the race for the Republican nomination. Romney took 39.2% of the vote ahead of Texas Libertarian Ron Paul with 35.7% of the vote. It was a much-needed win for the Romney campaign after a stunning hat-trick for Rick Santorum, who pulled off a major surprise by winning the polls in Minnesota, Colorado and Michigan last Tuesday. It proved to be a setback for Romney's bid to be seen as a viable conservative, with right-wing voters clearly wary of the former Massachusetts governor. Rick Santorum is on record as believing global warming is a myth. He believes Iran should be attacked, and he is strongly and very openly opposed to gay marriage. These more extreme conservative views and the support they've been gaining suggest that he still has a part to play in who will take on Barack Obama in November's general election.
I really hope it isn't him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just going to throw that out there.
It seems to be...
Not sure I'm okay with us attacking Iran.
No.
Well, not us, but
I don't
the
think I'm okay
Americans.
with any of those
think-
statements.
No, I'm
No.
really
Yeah.
not.
But I think the more worrying thing is that he's getting support. I mean,
I know. There's so much
You know,
Just gonna come out as
extreme
the
right-wing
American-
behaviour going on.
yeah.
Are we just going to come out as the American Dream Team and sort of say no to Rick Santorum?
That is not the dream.
We're putting our support firmly behind anyone that isn't him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know, of course,
So-
that our listeners are big, sort of a key voting section in the American election.
Of course.
Well, but, I mean, you said this, but history would tell us that only one Democrat has been re-elected since I think it's 1960 or something.
Really?
Obviously, I know Kennedy died.
Is that Bill
That was
Clinton?
Bill Clinton, yes, who is a Southerner. So a huge portion of the voters in America do have those right-wing conservative views. I mean, Mitt Romney actually came out and sort of not as strongly opposed to gay marriage, but he did make some comments that were against it.
All of those, yeah. all
And that
of the
still didn't get him
Republicans.
enough support to win the conservative votes in Minnesota and Colorado. So.
I know. It's pretty scary. I think. I mean, if Nick Santorum is Nick Santorum,
Rick.
yeah, Rick. There we go, Rick Santorum.
Much more American.
Got it in, yeah. Yes. I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see if he did actually win and become president. What would happen? It doesn't really bear thinking about. You know.
it is worrying, but
It is
it's
quite
a very
worrying.
real possibility.
Yeah, I know. Anything can happen in the next sort of year, isn't it? When's
Well,
the
November I think it's the first Tuesday in November, so I think it's around the 5th sometime.
when the
The actual
voting?
general, when the nomination
or
for
when
Republican.
it's the presidential election?
That's November.
November.
The Republican candidates decided. I think it's the very end of September, or maybe the very beginning. But it's at the Republican convention in
Yeah.
September. So
Okay. How exciting!
not far away.
I know.
Also this week, US medical drama House is to finish its 8-season run when the current series concludes in April. The show's producers, including its star, British Hugh Laurie, said it was a painful decision, but that the time had come to draw it to a close. Laurie plays Gregory House, the brilliant but troubled doctor with an unconventional bedside manner. That's to say the least, I think. It has won nearly 40 awards since it began, including 2 Emmys and 2 Golden Globes. Producers David Shaw and Katie Jacobs said, House should never be the last one to leave the party. Better to disappear before the music stops while there is still some mystique in the air.
I think that's very good.
I think that's probably where a lot of TV shows go wrong. Like,
exactly.
they just
They
keep going.
Keep
Keep
going
going,
until
yeah.
the ratings
Heroes
drop
would be.
completely, and then
Housewives.
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives. I know. Apparently, it's still. I mean, I know my sister and my mum still watch it avidly, and some of my housemates as well. So, Desperate Housewives apparently still going strong. I guess it's if you enjoy it or not. But I know
but
what
yeah.
you mean. A lot of shows tend to just carry on.
And I think it seems very right for House.
How long has House been going for?
Eight was 8 seasons,
8
so
seasons.
8 years give or
Right.
take.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I know.
It's worth
I
watching.
never watched it actually. We've
Very
got
worth watching.
we've got all 7 series back at our house, but back at sorry, bad joke. Bad joke.
It is worth watching. I would recommend it.
Rolling your eyes at me, Ben.
And also this week, British star, telling you Brits doing well, British star Adele has scooped 6 awards at the 2012 Grammy Awards, tying with Beyoncé for most trophies won in one night. The win included the trifecta of Best Record, Best Song and Best Album of the year. The night's other big winners were the Foo Fighters, who we played at the beginning of our show with Learn to Fly,
We did.
who took 5 awards. The show, though, was of course overshadowed by the news of Whitney Houston's death, with many of the winners and presenters paying tribute to Houston in their speeches. Jennifer Hudson, in fact, with just a piano for accompaniment, performed Houston's biggest hit, I Will Always Love You.
Yeah, this was beautiful actually.
I didn't see it,
Heard it
but
on the radio.
yeah. That's at the end of my news stories for tonight, but just also worth mentioning, there seems to be a lot going on in America this week. Of course, there was the BAFTA Award winners, Meryl Streep taking Best Actress for playing Margaret Thatcher, and apparently revealing that she had some roots in Lincolnshire, I believe.
So maybe one of you
Was that-
Lincoln lot might be somewhat related
that-
to Meryl.
Was that Meryl Streep or Thatcher?
No, it's
'Cause
Meryl
Thatcher is-
Streep revealed that someone in her family, I don't know, sort of great family, had some roots in Lincolnshire, and I think she brought it up because of the fact that Margaret Thatcher had
Thatcher's
roots in Lincolnshire as well. Yeah.
Grantham, yeah.
Her shoe always also came off when she was walking upstairs.
And Colin Firth came and gave it back to her. What a gentleman.
Oh,
What a
Cinderella.
gentleman. I know. The movie world.
There's been some pictures released from the set of The Great Gatsby, which we were talking about last year, and we thought it was released 2011
Yeah, I
or
know.
2010.
I was getting all
but it's,
excited.
Christmas 2012.
but it's released Christmas 2012. So
It should be really good.
but some
Yeah.
footage has been released from it, and it looks very interesting. Looks
very
very good.
stylish.
Yeah, it looks.
Fabulous.
Also, you probably won't be as interested, but Barack Obama has released his budget this week, promising to tax the rich. Not
That's controversial.
again, not a popular decision,
Yeah.
but we talked about gay marriage. It's actually been legalised in the state of Washington, the
Mhm.
8th state to do so.
Yay.
And Al Pacino has received the National Medal of Arts at the White House for his contribution to film. So a lot of things
A lot of
happening in
stuff
America this
happening.
week.
We've got
There
lots
was
to talk
quite
about.
a big story with J.C. Penney, and they wanted Ellen DeGeneres to advertise for them, and there was a massive 1
Hoo-ha.
million mums, wasn't there?
Really? Against
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that was their Facebook page, and it got shut down and everything. And
Really?
J.C. Penney stood by their decision.
That's
which is
insane
very
because
good.
Ellen is a huge,
She's a huge- yeah.
icon in
She
America.
is,
You know,
yeah.
in the, not just in the gay community now. She's so popular
Yeah.
for her show and everything she's done. So that's
Mhm.
I'm very surprised by
Yeah,
that.
I think I was very
Again, then that
pleased
ties
for J.C. Penney
Mm.
to have
that
stood
ties
their
into-
ground. And,
Good.
Yeah.
So that ties into obviously with the amount of people against. Well, not against, but for Rick Santorum,
Yeah.
Rick Santorum, and all those
Mhm.
anti-gay marriage things. It's quite scary, really.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sad.
So that's the news this week. And Ben, there's not a great deal of sport going on at the minute, but you
Well,
got some
there
stories for us?
is. There is. It's just slightly more complicated to report on because the 2 seasons that are being played at the moment are the basketball and the ice hockey, the NBA and the NHL. But unfortunately, because of how they schedule their games, there are 3 or 4 games a week for just about every team, which makes reporting on it a little
I
bit
see.
more complicated. But I can't just sort of I mean, I can, but I'm
Might
not
be the
sure
whole
you'd be
show,
willing.
like, yeah.
I'm not sure you'd be willing for me to just sit here and just read out all the scores from a week. But we do have. I've got 2 stories. I've got the sort of Tim Tebow-esque story coming from the basketball world, which is New York Knicks point guard Jeremy Lin, providing a sort of similar feel-good story to the one that Tebow provided in the NFL season. He's sort of come out of nowhere and is leading the Knicks. I think they won all 4 of their games that they played last week. He is also the first Asian American to play in the NBA. There have been Asian players, but he is the first Asian American to have played. He's also graduated from Harvard. He didn't go there on a sports scholarship either. He went there solely off the basis of his grades. So he's clearly a very intelligent man. You almost don't want to like him. Do you?
Extremely intelligent, awesome sportsman.
Yeah.
Can't have it all.
Yeah. And then...
Or you can, by the
Yeah, it would appear that you can, yes. And then...
But you can dislike him for it.
we now have a